All right, this video is for the new homeowners, and I've got the pool just about swimmable, but this last rain, it kind of, the chlorine got low again, so that's why it looks slightly green. But I just want to take this opportunity to tell you guys a few really, really important things. So right now I've got the pool filter on, which is in there, and I've got the robot running. Now, when you come out here and you see that ever, which you guys probably won't because the kids will be swimming so much, you won't get that sediment on the bottom. But if you ever do come out and there's the sediment, settled on the bottom of the pool, just random, whatever, all you have to do is run the robot, or you can take the long brush that's on the gate and brush it. Brush the bottom of the pool, and it will make the pool water cloudy because the dirt will then go in the pool, but the filter will clean that out. So I would say on the daily, all you got to worry about doing to keep the water clear is initially you want to shock treat it with about 2 of those. So you just sprinkle it while the filter's on along. I just walk around the whole pool and sprinkle it in. And shock treating is like if you have a big pool party or something, you want to shock treat the day after, or when you're opening the pool, you shock treat it during that time. And then once it's clear from shock treating like it is right now, then all you have to do is put those 3-inch chlorine pucks in here. I keep 2 in here, and I keep this life preserver in the pool at all times just because animals do drown in here, and it's pretty devastating to find a squirrel or a possum at the bottom of the pool. That way I have the rope tied here, that way they can just jump on that and jump out of the pool. But the other place where I put chlorine pucks is in one of these. You want to get a new one because this one's pretty old. There's 2 in there right now. So you can adjust. I put it at about that adjustment. And then you open the top. I have 2 chlorine pucks in there, 2 in there. Keep them in there at all times. If they dissolve and start to get smaller, you're going to want to add another one. But really, you guys, that's all you need is chlorine pucks once the water is shocked and clear. You don't have to worry about all those other chemicals unless you want to get really nitty gritty. But the more people I talk to, if your water is clean and sanitary with chlorine, then you're good. You can do calcium hardness and pH up and down and all that stuff, but I've never, in the 7 years, I've never had to do it. I've only used chlorine pucks, once in a while liquid chlorine if the store's out of the pucks. And then there's a cover for the slide and the diving board inside the pool hut. Don't let kids in the pool hut ever, because one time I got shocked. A pipe came loose, so it was spraying water, and I went to turn off the main turnoff, which is right there, and when I stepped there barefoot to turn that off, I got a little shock. So I'm only telling you that so you keep the kids out of here. It's just not a place for kids, because another thing is if you lean on this or something, say they're coming in here to get a pool toy, they lean on that, it comes disconnected, water sprays everywhere. So these never come disconnected unless, someone pushes on them, or if the couplings aren't tightened tight enough. This is also where I keep the pool robot, right here. I'll send you a little video on how to clean that out. Right now the orange light means it's full, so I'm going to turn it off. The robot's full of debris. I'm going to turn it off. I have it plugged in right here, and I'll do a little video on that. But first I want to show you about the sand filter, which is running right now. So I don't run it that much because we don't swim that much anymore. like, you know, when she was younger. But so I don't run the filter that much every day. I'd say 2 hours a day. It's best to do it in the morning or in the evening when you're not running your AC, because I have had times the breaker has switched or broke because of too much going on with the AC, central air, and this. So right now it's morning, so I'm running it this morning. Couple things about the sand filter. The sand will probably need to be changed probably next year. I just changed it 2 summers ago, the sand in the filter. I had someone come out and change it. Anyways, you turn the filter on and off right here. So you can see all the settings on top. If your filter starts to bog down, you want to turn this off and then turn it to backwash. To turn this, you just push down and turn. You turn it to backwash, you flip this back on, you let it backwash for about 30 seconds, then you let it set, you turn this back off and let it set, so the stuff that it backwashed can settle. Then you turn this to rinse, turn this back on for about 30 seconds, let it rinse, turn it back off, let everything sit for 5 minutes again so the stuff can raise to the top. Turn it to filter, and then turn it back on. Now, when you turn the filter on, you're going to want to make sure that you see water. See, right now it's trying to pump. This is important too. You're going to want to make sure, because if it's like that, it means it's not going all the way. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay. That's how it's supposed to look. Now I just keep this on here because every day you're going to want to open this, clean out that blue bucket, and put it back in. And you don't want to over tighten, just give it a little push to where it's just tight like that. And I leave that on there. I'll leave this wrench for you guys. There. So then I let it run for 2 hours. At the end of the day, I just switch it off. And I'll make a separate video about this robot for you guys. The slide water, there's a little red lever there. You turn it on so water comes down the slide. Another thing I wanted to show you. This little area is going to be all sunflowers pretty soon. They get really tall, and it's beautiful. It's actually really beautiful, the little sunflower area. But this is a little wildflower area. And let's see, the roses are out. But anyways, I will do a little video on the robot next.